Want to make your next video project smoother, saner, and actually hit the mark? Well, it all starts before you hit record. Today, I'm sharing the pre-production questions that are absolutely necessary. Welcome back. My name is Ron, and for the last 15 years, I've been creating, whether commercials, films, or music videos. And across my career, I've learned a lot about what it takes to put together a successful project. Which leads me to today's topic, the Intangible Pre-Production Blueprint. Something interesting happened recently. I've had a few different people working on various kinds of projects reach out to me for advice to help them figure out planning, strategy, and just how to get started. Honestly, it was a little surprising at first since I wasn't advertising, production consulting services. I was happy to help. As I talked with them, I realized that I kept referencing a series of questions that I've started calling the intangibles. A framework or approach to project development that I guess I've been subconsciously building over the last decade or so. I'd never formally written these tips down or anything, so it was pretty wild to hear them come flowing out fully formed. Since it seemed to resonate with them, I wanted to share the Intangible Pre-Production Blueprint with you today. These ideas can probably work broadly across different types of projects, but naturally, I'm going to go with what I know best, video and film production. For pretty much all projects, there are the obvious things that come to mind first. These are what I call your tangible concerns and logistics. Resources available. What do you actually have on hand right now? Resources needed. What gear, people, or things do you still need to get? Timeline. What's the time frame? When does it need to be done? Budget. How much money is allocated for this project? And locations. Where will it take place? That's all based on hard data, right? Numbers, resources, concrete facts. You definitely need to figure this stuff out. But what's just as important, maybe even more so for the success and sanity of your project, is answering these questions, the crucial, intangible part of the Intangible Pre-Production Blueprint. Number 1, what's the best possible outcome? This is your pie-in-the-sky version of your idea. Let yourself dream big. Is it becoming the next mega hit on Netflix? Getting those 2 Michelin stars for the restaurant that you're opening? Whatever it is, you need to define that ultimate goal. Number 2, what do you consider the minimum deliverable for a successful project? Okay, time for the reality check. If everything else goes wrong, funding disappears, deadlines shift, catastrophe strikes, what's the absolute baseline that you need to hit to walk away feeling like you succeeded? Whatever that personal goal is, it's largely irrelevant to anyone else. They don't even need to know about it. It could be huge, small, public, private. Maybe it's as simple as just finishing the project without completely burning out, or just getting that restaurant open, period. Whatever that goal is, as long as you know the answer, you'll come out of the production feeling like you've accomplished something meaningful to you. Number 3, visual style and aesthetic. How should this project look and feel visually? What's the cinematography style? What's the color grade approach? Defining this impacts countless technical decisions down the road. Number 4, and this is the big one. Why this story? This is a big one, as I said, especially for narrative work. And it actually has some sub-layers, so let's dive into that. Sub-layer number 1, what's the overall story/arc for your series, your episode, your film? Literally, what happens? You'll want to map out the sequence of events. Subpoint 2, what is the emotional core? How do the characters, or you if it's personal, feel about what's happening? What's the emotional journey that they are going on and that you want your audience to take with them? Subpoint 3, what is the central theme? Underneath the plot, what is this really about? What's the message? And crucially, why is this theme important to the characters involved? In other words, what happens? How does your subject feel about it? And why is that important? Answering those will answer the why. Once you have the answers to these intangibles, everything else gets much easier. Why? Well, because now you see the project in your head. You know the emotional beats you're going for, which helps you plan your shoot. You now know what moments to capture and the kinds of questions that will help get your subjects to reveal their inner thoughts and emotions, if you're doing interviews. And crucially, you'll know when to stick to the plan or when it's okay or necessary to improvise. All of this keeps you sane and keeps you from feeling completely overwhelmed by everything, simply because you prepared properly and you answered those important questions up front. You still need to focus on the tangible logistics, yes, but don't neglect those deeper questions about your goals, your story's core, and its overall meaning. Answering them early makes the entire creative process smoother and more focused. So that's the Intangible Pre-Production Blueprint that kind of just stumbled out of my brain recently. Drop your must-ask pre-production questions in the comments below. I'm always interested in learning from other creators. Like and subscribe if you found this blueprint helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Keep creating.